Hello, Chris. It is, you know what, I'm not even going to tell you what day it is because every time I do that, I end up filming it one day and editing it the next, so let's just go with it's less than 4 days after the last time you made a video. So I decided I wanted to show you the reason that I picked the boxcar size apartment, and will also at the same time be compliant with your request that I do videos from more interesting places. And this is the reason I chose to live here. I think you can see it looks really tiny from here, and it's just a really amazing view. Of course, I wasn't able to enjoy that beautiful view for the entire time that I lived here. Unfortunately, I was kind of an idiot, and I came up here the last nice weekend in October. Like 70 degrees outside, I went out on the patio, it was beautiful. I was like, oh, this is going to be perfect. And the weekend I moved in, it was perfect and beautiful, and the weekend after that, it snowed. And then it didn't stop, because this is Minnesota, and it never stops snowing. This is a bow. It's a very cute bow, and I believe you have seen me wear it, but I don't wear it a lot in lacrosse because I tend to leave them up here. And there's also a peacock feather one, which is really only fun for going to bar. See, here's the peacock feather bow. Maybe I'll show you in person next time I see you. Please ignore the costume change. I did film this over 2 different days because I'm really lazy and also I'm moving, so I've been packing a lot. So anywho, since we're English majors talking, I think that occasionally we should probably talk about books. Today is Literary Review Thursday! So, the first book that we're gonna talk about is called Pretty Little Mistakes by Heather McCleaton. It is a do-over novel. So what it means by a do-over novel is that it's a choose-your-own-adventure book for adult women. Book could have gone in a lot of really bad directions. I just bought it because I thought it looked interesting, and I used to love the choose-your-own-adventure books as a kid. When I was a kid, I read the R.L. Stine version. I have to take a short break to talk about how strange my neighbors are. Yesterday they were playing a didgeridoo and singing hard rock to it, like scream metal. Today they're playing a violin. I don't know what they do over there. I think these are really interesting people that I should probably meet, but I'm moving out tomorrow, so that doesn't really help. So the book is told in second person, which is a really strange medium and a style that I typically don't really like, but it actually really works for this book. If you start off the book, you're graduating high school, and you get the choice of going to either college or going to Europe. And if you decide to go to college, then Book Me decides that it's a good idea to live with her high school boyfriend who will, like, clean and cook, and they'll have crazy good sex. And they don't. And it turns out really badly, but that's beside the point. What I like about this book is that even if you don't do the right thing, you can still end up with a pretty good life, or you can do all the right things and your life can end up really, really crappy. You can be a mistress, you can work really hard all your life, you can be a waitress, you can do all these things. It's really crazy good. And I'm one of those people that has always believed very strongly in predetermined destination, but this book actually makes an excellent case for the idea that free will does exist and that you can be happy in any countless number of scenarios that you go into, which I think is a really interesting philosophy on life in general, and I think why they call the book Pretty Little Mistakes, because sometimes the mistakes you make lead to fantastic and fabulous lifestyles that you just couldn't have seen otherwise. In one of the scenarios I read yesterday, you go to school to be an art student, you drop out, you end up working at a hospital, I can't remember why, and then you end up working in a research lab with monkeys, and eventually one of the monkeys chooses you to be a mate, and then you're raped by the monkey, which is really, really terrible, but then you make a lot of money off of the hospital, and then you go on to have a fabulous life of philanthropy and things, and then you die of some mysterious monkey disease. I do recommend buying it. Even though it's told from a girl's perspective, it's still really entertaining. And now I'm going to enjoy my last day of having a restaurant in the building where I live and go get a cookie. Alright, I'll see you soon. There is the Capitol.